All right, so today we got a piece of vegetable tanned leather, and we are going to make a little strap for our rifle. Rifle season has begun here for us, and that's what we're going to be working on. So what I did is I took a little yardstick and I marked out the width of that right here, and that's going to be the width of our little strap right there. We got a pretty long enough piece, so we're just going to go all the way down and see what we use and go from there. Okay, next step is, now that we got it all cut out, I take an old belt about the same width and I just trace the little end right there just to give me a kind of a nice little reference of what the ends should look like. You kind of round it off, and I'll just do that. Just kind of like that right there. And maybe just go something like that. Nothing too fancy, just trace it out, and then I'll take my little razor blade knife and get it cut out. Alright, so the next step is find you some kind of like rivets or something, whatever you want to do to hold this together. You could sew it, just whatever you prefer. And you're going to slide that in there like that. Find somewhere where you like it. This is what we're going with. These little screw-on rivet things. And then identify the size of it so that it fits. And find the center. Maybe right in there. Some pretty tough leather here, and well, golly, oh. Then once you find your center, this is going to go in there like that. It's going to go in there like that. And then you're going to screw it on from the back in order to give you something kind of like that. All right, we'll get that tightened up, and then we'll do the next one. All right, so we had this real long strip, and I left it long on purpose so that I could have plenty of material to work with. And basically what I did was I cut out that little bit too. We're going to take this little buckle, and it's going to go on there something kind of like that. And what I did here was cut out two little holes. Then I'm going to take my razor blade knife and just go right down from the side of one little hole to the next, like that. And what that should do is that should leave us with a little slot like that. That's where our little buckle is going to sit, and it'll look something like that. And now we'll take our hole punch another hole here, and put another little rivet there so that it can look something like that. And we'll pick up there. Okay, so we went ahead and rounded that out now. And now we're going to figure out where we're going to want the little holes. I put a little dot right here to represent the center, and a little dot there to represent the center. Maybe that's a little more center. But basically, I'm just going to mark out every inch. I'm gonna put a little dot. That's gonna represent where we're putting our holes. That's going to be our holes there. That should be more than enough to give us a little variety of options there. And then I'm going to go through with my hole punch and punch a few holes on there for our little butt buckle. There we have it, guys. That's what it ended up looking like right there. And those are little holes that we punched in there. And here's our little buckle here at the bottom. That's what that's going to look like. And basically the way this is going to work is just put it, throw that over the shoulder right there, and then you adjust this to wherever you'd like for it to be. And basically just you're gonna find your sweet spot wherever you like it. Let's just say right there. Let's go with that little hole right there. And there we have it, guys. Our little sling, or whatever this is called. And we're ready to go. Now I might do a little shoulder pad right here, but that's just optional. I may or may not. We'll see. I'll try to post it if I do decide to make a little shoulder pad right here. There we have it, guys.